Chapter 3, Mishnah 9. We have learned that once Maaser Sheni produce enters the city of Jerusalem, the walls take hold of it, and it may neither be redeemed nor removed from the city. This Mishnah discusses an exception to that rule. Maaser Sheni that may become Tameh. If Maaser Sheni becomes Tameh in any way, it may not be eaten and may be redeemed even within the walls of Jerusalem. This Mishnah cites a dispute about whether Tameh Maaser Sheni may be removed from the city after it is redeemed. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. If Maaser Sheni produce entered Jerusalem and became Tameh, whether it became Tameh from contact with an Ava Tuma, a primary source of Tuma, which makes it biblically Tameh, or whether it became Tameh from contact with a secondary source of Tuma, that makes it Tameh only by rabbinic law, whether it became Tameh inside Jerusalem or outside. Beis Shammai say, in all these cases, the Maaser Sheni should be redeemed even though it is inside Jerusalem, but it must be eaten inside the city. Although this produce is now chulin and should really be permitted to be taken out, the rabbis decreed that it remains forbidden to be removed from the city out of concern that if it is removed, people who are not aware that it became tameh might see it being taken out of the city and will think that it is permitted to remove all Maaser Sheni from Jerusalem. An exception is Maaser Sheni that became tameh from an Av Hatuma outside Jerusalem. In that case, it may be removed from the city and redeemed and eaten outside. There is no concern that people will see it taken out and draw the wrong conclusion, because when Maaser Sheni that is so severely tameh enters Jerusalem, that fact is widely known, and everyone will know that this Maaser Sheni is being removed from Jerusalem because it is tameh. But Beis Hillel say, in all these cases, the Maaser Sheni may be redeemed and eaten even outside Jerusalem. Beis Hillel do not share Beis Shammai's concern that people will mistakenly think Maaser Sheni may be removed from Jerusalem. Thus, there is no reason to forbid removing the produce from Jerusalem after it has been redeemed and is no longer sanctified. An exception, though, is Maaser Sheni that became tameh from a secondary tuma inside Jerusalem. In that case, it may not be removed from the city. Here, there is another concern. Since the Maaser Sheni entered Jerusalem when it was tahor, the walls took hold of it and forbade its removal from Jerusalem. That hold was never released, and thus the produce may not be taken out, even though it becomes tameh.